Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wheaty Hotel. Thank you so much to Jen and the boys for having me support them today. It's been a while since I played at the Wheaty, so I've been really looking forward to this. My name's Ben. I'm going to play a whole bunch of brand new songs that I've never played live before, so please be gentle. But they're songs which I'm pretty proud of, and all of them have quite a story. This first one I wrote in, I was down in Tasmania playing the Festival of Voices, and Jen was as well, and we were at other sides of the state, and me and my family were visiting my brother. My brother lives right by the cemetery where all my grandparents are buried. And I went for a run one morning and it was freezing in Launceston, and fog was everywhere, and it's been about 20 years since I've been to that cemetery, and I thought I had a good memory of where they all had been laid to rest, but I wandered around that cemetery for about an hour, not being able to find any of them. But as I was wandering around, I ended up down sort of on the outskirts, and I saw this tent, and there was someone camped out there, and I don't really know their story, but I thought, well, maybe they're just too stubborn to look in the directory like me to find out where they actually are. He's probably looking for someone, his grandparents maybe too. But I had this sort of vision as I'm walking around that I'm the person stuck in this tent walking around, and I'm forever just stuck in this cemetery. And then I saw this big gum tree, and I remembered that from when my grandfather was buried. And it wasn't it, so yeah, this is a bit of a story about that. It's called Wake the Dead. Shirley, George, Jan, and Peter are hiding out here trying to get some sleep. And I'm camped out in this tent, walking around here trying to wake the dead. I'm walking around here trying to wake the dead. And I burn up in the sun, freeze my ass off all night long. Can't remember how long it's been, this face of yours in which I've seen. This face of yours comes in my dreams. I'm chasing ghosts that have been laid to rest. Don't you know they should never be messed with? In the dark of this cold, foggy morning, walking around here trying to wake the dead. Walking around here trying to wake the dead. I was the youngest of this lot. You all got more love than I got. You all had much more time. I got the best of the back nine. You all got more love than I got mine. Now I got kids of my own. You'll never see and you'll never hold. Give up the search, get back to my boys. Sorry I could not find your voice. Sorry I could not follow your voice. I'm chasing ghosts that have been laid to rest. Don't you know they should never be messed with? In the dark of this cold, foggy morning, walking around around here trying to wake the dead. I'm walking around here trying to wake the dead. Everything here is so much taller. I am lost and feeling small. Saw a great gum tree point my way. Showed me a grave with my own name. Died last year on this very day. Saw a great gum tree point my way. Died last year on this very day. Chasing ghosts that have been laid to rest. Don't you know they should never be messed with? In the dark of this cold, foggy morning, walking around here trying to wake the dead. I'm walking around here trying to wake the dead. Oh, thank you very much. Now, I just entered this song into a song competition in which you need to write about iconic South Australian things or locations. And there's a building on South Road which has now been demolished to make way for the new north-south motorway. And it was a building that had written across the top, it was called Dance Land. And a few of the letters had fallen off, and I'd walk past this, taking my kids to school, going for a run nearly every single day, and slowly watch it get demolished. You know, that was a dance studio, and I think over the years there'd been many things, and I tried to find out a bit of a history about it, but this is a bit of a story about what I sort of think happened. And, you know, growing up, there were those sort of institutions, you know, soccer clubs, footy clubs, basketball clubs, in which a lot of families would spend a lot of time, and I wrote this song imagining that a lot of people spent time at Dance Land as well. Here it goes. I struggled up the stairs. The smell of those wooden chairs, and I'd get splinters in my feet, shaking my ass in that seat. Mother twirl and daddy swoon, playing dress-ups in the costumes. The smell of Horvick still makes me faint. My mind won't let go of that place. Ain't nobody holding my hand, making a stand on the overpass, looking out upon this wasteland. Nobody's dancing down at Dance Land anymore. And I'd walk down and I'd walk home. The ballet bar, the mirrored wall. My toes would bruise and burn, pretending I was the greatest in the world. Ain't nobody holding my hand, making a stand on the overpass, looking out upon this wasteland. Nobody's dancing down a dance land. Oh, nobody's dancing down a dance land. Shake it up, shake it off. No ballroom slow dance anymore. Drops of sweat, they filled the hole. Throwing it up, throwing it down. First kiss, first love, wedding bells. Step to step, chairs to chairs. Ain't nobody holding my hand, making a stand on the overpass, looking out upon this wasteland. Nobody's dancing down a dance land. No, nobody's dancing down a dance land. No, nobody's dancing down a dance land anymore. Well, thank you. Thanks, dudes. Thanks so much for coming down and supporting live, local, original music. You know, we really appreciate it. Yeah. Put a value on live, local, original music. Should be more expensive, I think. So we're at a sort of time in human evolution where you can't really talk about gender stereotypes too much. What was that? We're all friends, that's right. But one thing that definitely made me feel like less of a man was we were on the way to the York Peninsula, and I didn't stay left, and I went right for about an hour and a half towards the Barossa Valley when I was supposed to go the other way. I feel like it's a man's job if he's driving not to get the family lost and make add 3 hours extra onto the trip. I don't know about you, just call me old school. But this is a song, it's called Wired Like That. It's sort of about, loosely based on our family trip where I did exactly that and added about 3 hours onto our trip. But we made it here today, so that's all that matters. Made a wrong turn, so I spun around on a dirt road, headed back to town. Make a left turn right, trying to beat the night. We were close to running out of fuel. My dumb jokes paint me a fool. Things were getting tight, trying to beat the night. I've made mistakes that have not been worth saving. I won't be late, but these steps need retracing. I've got a body which fails to hold me back, but I guess I'm just wired like that. sun was setting over one country. This ain't the place that I'm meant to be. Avoiding the lights, trying to beat the night. Getting lost is like my job. A 10-meter platform, belly flopping. The fail in the fight, trying to beat the night. Well, I've made mistakes that have not been worth saving. I won't be late, these steps need retracing. I got a body which fails to hold me back, but I guess I'm just wired like that. Oh, I guess I'm just wired like that. I've made mistakes that have not been worth saving. I won't be late, but these steps need retracing. I got a body which fails to hold me back. I got a body which fails to hold me back. I've got a body which fails to hold me back, but I guess I'm just wired like that. Oh, I guess I'm just wired like that. I guess I'm just wired like that. Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. So make sure you stay left when you're heading to York's, not the Barossa. So a lot of these songs were written, it coincided with this trip to Tasmania. They were all written pretty much from the 1st of July to now. And it was sort of after that trip I was coinciding with reading the book, The Creative Being by Rick Rubin. I highly recommend it if you ever want to write a song or draw a picture or do anything creative, or if you don't think you are creative, read this book. And it really helps open the eyes and look for clues in ways in which we all can create. And one night I was down and I was sitting with my parents and talking about the project which I'm doing, which I've got flyers on all the tables. Right now I'm undertaking a project called the Concrete Connection Project, in which I'm performing and creating on every single street of the Adelaide CBD, trying to raise money and awareness for mental health. So check out that flyer if you want to support the project. But we're talking about that, and then my children and my partner had all gone to bed, and my dad started talking about his grandfather, whom he never met. So my great-grandfather, and he passed away and took his own life when he was 35, and when my grandfather was 12. And things have come a long way talking about mental health and the problems that you're having, particularly depression and things like that. And back then, it was really shunned upon. It was all swept under the rug. And I sort of wrote this song through my great-grandfather's perspective, and it's called The Butcher. He owned the butcher shop in Launceston, Tasmania until 1945, when he took his own life. So this is through his eyes. But my dad, when we were talking about it, pulled out all these newspaper clippings because his father never talked about it, didn't give any clues, and his auntie never talked about it. And he had to do as much digging as he could because, as I said, it was all sort of swept under the rug. So we found these newspaper clippings that didn't mention anything about taking their own lives or anything. It was all just sort of shunned upon, and everyone just moved on. So I'm glad, nearly 100 years later, we're able to at least talk about our own mental health and our own struggles a bit more openly now. And perhaps, if he was around in 2024, he might still be here. So this is a song called The Butcher. I owned the butchers, 1945, and I missed conscription, but I won't tell you why. Well, the boys went to Europe while I was skinning rabbits. My son was 12, my daughter was 10 when I left them. 'Cause there was a darkness over this town. There was a sickness buried deep underground. Meat was scarce, money was tight. One less mouth to feed and we might be all right. But bite your tongue. Don't speak of this to anyone. Swept under the rug until maybe one day my great-grandson puts me in song. When I found a gun so sweet in my palm, the wood grain and gold so quiet and calm, kneeling down by the single bed, pray to God, won't you fix this plague in my head? I left a wife, 2 kids in that place. They boarded the door, no one entered that space, till all the cousins and looking for answers. There was no one left in this world to answer their questions. So bite your tongue. Don't speak of this to anyone. Swept under the rug till maybe one day my great-grandson puts me in song. Till maybe one day my great-grandson puts me in song. Till maybe one day my great-grandson puts me in song. Thank you. As I said, I've been wandering around the streets of Adelaide. I think the count now, the count is exactly 177 streets which I've been on so far and performed and created on. There's a couple of people in the audience, well, a fair few people in the audience that have joined me on a bunch of those streets as well. So I'd like to thank them for coming down today and coming down and helping me not be so lonely out there on some of those quieter streets. But it's been a fun time. I've only got 400 more to go. But on one of those days, there's a man named Martin. He came and joined me on from the Blackwood ukulele group, and he sort of came for a ride along. He helped take a few pictures, but he also brought a couple of songs in which I inspired to write, and he was able to be a bit more open with his songwriting and showed me a few of them. And one of them he wrote about telling a loved one, you know, all the things that he was thinking, just in case, you know, his time on this earth, you know, he's so limited. So it's inspired me to write this as well. It's a song called Symphony, but, you know, as a performer and an artist, you know, we always sort of get in the limelight, and generally, you know, there's a very supportive network of people or a very supportive person that's behind it all. So this one goes out to her. It's called Symphony. Inspired by Martin. I'm not in some love triangle with Martin, by the way. It's also dedicated to him too, because he inspired me to write the song, but it's not about him. Rock in the ocean, you're the stone in the stream, the boulder in the mountains with all the cracks and the seams, the branch of a tree, the bark and the leaves, and the trunk of your body, the which holds me. Between the blood and the mud and the sweat and the sheets, I'm not streak-free, squeaky clean, but we made two boys that we love sweet. Well, I love you, throw it back at me. That shell of yours is a symphony. Bricks of a building, the mortar in between, the sand in the beaches, you're the script of the scene. You won't be found till the end credits roll down, but you're the real star of this screen. Between the tick of a clock with flat batteries, you escape when you find sleep. You're building a house that we love sweet. Forget the best kept memories. It's a brand new song, new melody. Time, if you could change your mind, 'cause I know it's not been easy living with a man like me. You're the stars in the sky when you get out of the city. The sun on the moon's face stops me from getting dizzy. The shooting star or a satellite, we cast our wish upon tonight. Though the sideways looks from strangers here, well, they all talk but I don't listen. They all whisper by my back. It's all their judgments give me slack. Well, I don't mind dealing with that. Would you go back in time if you could change your mind? 'Cause I know it's not been easy walking these roads with me. Between the blood, the mud, the sweat, the sheets, well, Well, I'm not streak-free, squeaky clean, but we made two boys that we loved sweet. I love you, throw it back at me. The body of yours is a symphony. Oh, thank you very much. Through the course of time, skateboarding's become more and more acceptable, I think. Interesting fact. But when I was growing up by skateboarding around Hobart, people would think you were about to rob them, you know, or break into a closed shop or something. But now the YMCA does free skate lessons. It's at the skate park, so it's good to see my kids getting into it. But it was a different time. We used to catch the bus into town when we were sort of 15, 16 and get into a little bit of mischief before it was, you know, too unlaw-abiding, if you know what I mean. But it sort of wrote this song inspired by being back in Hobart. It's called Bus Tickets. I got a ticket for the bus, couple of beers, a couple of bucks. We'll map this town, by the church we'll throw 'em down. Bottle of rocket fuel in the bag, out of the lock cupboard of your dad's. We both got sick and painted up those church wall bricks. Fast forward, was it a month or a year? Fast forward, was it a decade or a day? Skateboarding in the square, lunchtime workers all could stare in. Flip that board into the fountain, casting wishes on that mountain. Fast forward, was it a month, was it a year? Fast forward, was it a decade? Day. Fast forward, was it a month or a year? Fast forward, I don't know. Was it a month or a year? Fast forward, was it a decade or a day? Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, as I said, these are all brand new songs, so I'm sort of listening to them with this beautiful sound system for the first time as well. So John Mayer once said, you know, when you write something and you don't particularly like it, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not good. It just means maybe your taste hasn't caught up yet, or, you know, sometimes the world isn't ready for what comes out or you expect, you know. Because nobody sort of asked for the Sex Pistols, but they showed up, and, you know, no one asked for, you know, like artists like Nick Cave, but it's there and people loved it. And then, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I even like this song, but I'm going to play it anyway because, yeah, I don't know, there's something about it that I just want to play it, even though, yeah, I'm not too sure about it just yet. It's called Tic Tac Toe, and it's just sort of written about when I left Tasmania about 20 years ago. Travelled to Hamilton Island, worked there for a little while, and travelled the Queensland coast, and where I met, and then went back to Hamilton Island where I met Simon Basie, and which was the very early beginnings of the band The Timbers. Happened up there a fair while ago now. Here it goes. Left my home 20 years ago. Tears and kisses at the airport. Little did I know I would damage my mind when I froze it in time. And I've not aged that well. Ask this audience, they're happy to tell you. When does a boy become a man? Well, that's just something I can't understand. Oh, take me by my collar of my ear. Point me the way that I'm meant to steer. But maybe forgiveness is just out of reach. But give me my parents, my pillow, my beach. Got a job, learned how to drive, dropped out of university. At least I realized it was not for me, so I took to the air, over land, over sea. Oh, take me by my collar, my ear. Point me the way that I'm meant to steer. Baby, forgiveness is just out of reach. So give me my family and my pillows and sleep. Never called it tic-tac-toe. Never around this horror show. Only listen to the radio. Now that it's all gone digital. My parents, my pillow, my beach. Give me my family, my pillows to sleep. Give me my brothers, my pillow, and a drink. Thank you. Well, very soon is Jen Lussen, the awesome band. Big round of applause to Marty on sound as well. Thanks so much, Marty. And to Rhea on the door. And the Wheaty Hotel, thanks so much for having us. I'm going to play probably one of my favourite songs. It's a Nick Cave song. If you don't mind. You do mind? No. It's called Ship Song. Come sail your ships around me and burn your bridges down. We make a little history, baby, every time you come around. Lose your dogs upon me. Let your hair hang down. You are a little mystery to me. Every time you come around. We talk about it all night long. We define our moral ground. Then I fall into your arms, and everything comes tumbling down. Come sail your ship around me and burn your bridges down. You are a little mystery to me. Every time you come around, come lose your dogs upon me. Let your hair hang down. You are a little mystery to me. Every time you come around, your face is looking sad now. And for you know the time is nigh. Now I must remove your wings, and you must try to fly. Come sail your ships around me, burn your bridges down. We make a little history, baby, every time you come around. Thank you. This is a song I've played before. So they're all my new songs, by the way. Not that one, not the one I just played, but you know, all the ones prior to that. They're all brand new, which I've never played live before. So thanks for white knuckling it with me. This is a song of mine which I performed it here around this time last year, actually, for the very first time on this stage. It was for the Scala Fume songwriting competition. And I think this is a pretty good song. I didn't win. I didn't make the top 3, but I made the top 4, so I got like a special mention or something. And then they invited me up on stage to stand with the winners of the night. And like, if you're in a competition, don't invite the person that didn't win on stage to stand with the winners while you're congratulating them. It was very awkward for me. They're like, oh, we want to do an honourable mention to Ben. Like any other night, he would have done it. Get up here. Now, you didn't win, but these guys won. Watch everyone come up here. Music shouldn't be a competition, but Scala do great things for local singer-songwriters, and they've had a home here at the Wheaty for a long time. Although I don't think it's here this time. Is that right? It's moved. Anyway, I didn't make an entry this year. This is a song called Broken Roads. And I have been traveling on a road that no one knows, road that no one knows is broken. And I've been crossing bridges that aren't even finished, that are weakened bridges. I know that in darkness grows a love that's slow, though is weak, I know is coming here for me. And I've been milling lumber to build something of my own. Though my mind's narrow, well, I know it ain't stupid. For this timber I've been cutting will be square and straight and true, and the weather won't get through, or I might be dying. 'Cause in darkness grows a love that's low, though is weak, I know is coming here for me. Statue stands tall, looking over tainted soil, over ground that's spoiled by its shadows. And I will be forgotten, but that's the way that I want it. You're not gonna find me face down in the shallows, 'cause in darkness grows a love that's low, though is weak, I know is coming, I know is coming here for me. Oh, wow. Turn the heaters on that song. I'm going to play one last one. Hopefully it can warm you guys up. Ready for Jen. So, I was going through this period where I was getting up very early and running at ridiculous hours, and I was listening to a lot of motivational podcasts. And they tend to be like real, if you try to look for, some sort of motivation to get out there running and, trying to exercise. And any sort of podcast seems to be that a really evangelical sort of, very yelly gospel, you are bound for everything more. It was pretty full on, some of this stuff. And then I was listening to one and they're like, never say you're not bound for anything. And then just through artistic pessimism, I wrote this song called I Don't Know If I'm Bound for Anything More. But I'll teach you the chorus. It'll be really cool if we could get a little sing-along if you feel comfortable doing so. It goes like this. My name's Ben. Thanks heaps for having me. If you want to check out my project, please scan the QR code on the back of the flyer. And if you're not going to do anything with it, don't put your drinks on it because I'll reuse them. But the Concrete Connection project, we're out trying to make a difference, help reduce the stigma of mental health around, Adelaide and Australia and beyond. Well, this is a song called I Don't Know If I'm Bound for Anything More. Jump in on the chorus, please. 'Cause I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. And I don't know if I am bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? That's basically it. So I tried building houses and I've tried laying bricks. Tried to hit the books but wasn't good at it. Not much of a fisherman, I just throw back what I catch. And on a good day I struggle to light a match. 'Cause I don't know if I am bound for anything more. I don't know if I am bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Well, the lottery don't love me, he just laughs in my face. Lady luck scratches my skin of the corners of her cardboard, poke through my pockets of the games I didn't win. Lord, I still think that I can save us from our sins. 'Cause I don't know if I am bound for anything more. I don't know if I am bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Have I failed as a husband? Have I failed as a man? Failed as a father? Have I failed as a friend? Failed the test that was lurking in the air? I failed to put in half of my share. 'Cause I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I am bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me Are there people singing? I'm very loud up here. I can't hear if anyone's singing. We got a couple. All right, let's try one together. Oh, the three people, will you join me, please? I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Well, I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. I don't know if I'm bound for anything more. Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Lord, won't you tell me what I'm here for? Well, thank you very much. I got a book for sale over there, but more importantly, check out the Concrete Connection project, and more importantly, check out Jen Lush and the awesome band of fellas that are going to get up here and show you what's good in a second. Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Ria. Thanks to Wheaty. I appreciate it.